Alright, what's up, y'all? I had to do this video over completely for the fact that my phone kept telling me I had no space on it, even though I have a whole gigabyte worth of space. I don't know, my phone's just been stupid. Anyway, how to scream like Infinite Annihilator. Okay. It's gonna be somewhat of an advanced tutorial and somewhat of a beginner's tutorial at the same time, because I'm going to quickly tell you what you need to do is not use a full-blown false chord. And some people are going to say, well, how can you not use a full-blown false chord when you're using your false chord? Correct. What you need to do is use the false chord correct. But everyone knows a full-blown false chord are what a lot of bands nowadays use when they want to sound deathcore. It's a very aggressive, like As I Lay, it's very loud, just Joe Swanson, aggressive. When you're doing it, this is how you know you're doing a full-blown false chord. If you cannot do a whole scream for longer than 5 seconds, if you can't hold a scream longer than 5 seconds, you're doing a full-blown false chord, and it's like punches. You're like big lumps of air coming out. Blah, 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 blah. Which is what Mitch Lucker did throughout most of his career. I think his mid-highs, he toned it down and used a certain kind of mid-scream that I have no idea still how he does it. I've yet to hear anybody perfect his mid-high that he does. Yeah, I can't think of anybody. But that's how you know you're doing a full-blown. If you're not, this is how you know you can do a toned down false chord. If you can do any kind of Attila song, any kind of what's this band? Fuck, I can't remember the name of the band song. But if you can do mid screams and hold them, if you can do a mid scream and hold it, then you've somewhat perfected the art of holding it and figuring out how to, get to the step that I'm about to say. So what you're going to do is take the mid. That's not even a mid. I'm going to take the mid. Just keep going lower and lower. But you want to keep the air pressure. This is how you know you're doing a tone down mid, because you're just doing a false chord very not sudden, it's a lot less of a push. You're just relaxing your throat and just but you're at the same time that's how you want to know you're doing it. You want to get the less rumble, more air. And I've trying to do make a buzzing noise when someone's getting an incorrect answer. Take that and some airflow. Like, just sing a song. I'm gonna sing this Planet Prosper song. All the choices that I make. You wanna whisper it. Try and keep whispering songs. Voices in a waterway. I know it's weird, but once you know how to whisper scream a song, I'm surprised you said all my bed, because what you want to do is take the and this is going to sound extremely stupid, but use the noise and scream that. Find a song and buzz scream it. The process that I make. I sound like a robot. Always ends in a fucked up way. You want to take that and with the air together, smoothing it out. All the choices that I make. There you go. And to get that to sound like Infinite Annihilator, lower it as much as you can without it turning into a guttural. You know you're doing a guttural when it turns into the. That's how you know you made it into a guttural. When you feel too much of the. You don't want it to get that. You don't want it to get to that step. You're gonna feel it kind of change. You're gonna be like, oh, too much of the. And it's gonna be less of the and more of the. You don't want it to turn into that. Well, what you can do is mix the two, and that's how you make the Whitechapels, which is cool. But Infinite Annihilator, he uses a lot of air. Just listen to his recordings, and you're gonna be like, this dude is using a lot of air pressure with his screams. It sounds like a tunnel or something. The tunnel through, which that one guy did. But it's like, just listen to the you know, listen to the airflow that he's using. Just listen to the song and say, he is using a lot of airflow. It's not a bunch of because if he was using full-blown false chords, it would sound like it would be a lot of that, and it would sound like Cannibal Corpse. But it's not Cannibal Corpse. He's using a completely legit new technique that he, you know, thinks is cool, and I think it's cool. A lot of people think it's cool. I respect it, and yeah. So just lower that. This is how you do it. Now, here's a little swing that I love to use now when I learn how to do this. I listen to a lot of Oceano, so I like to take the little. I like to take the. It's kind of like a whining swell mixture, up down emotional thing. So it's like. Rise to reality. You see the hula hoop. So I like doing that. If you can figure out, I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of like turning a mid to a low in a weird way. If you can do that, you're cool. But anyway, yeah, what you want to do is take the mids, lower them as much as you want. A lot of people say tongue technique, and I'm gonna be straightforward. I don't use any tongue technique at all. That's why another thing that's interesting is you might have one screamer on YouTube say tongue technique is everything, the tongue, but it's like, yeah, but at the same time your mouth is different from his mouth, so you don't know what his mouth can do to make his vocals sound the same way.